Welcome to my first time, or welcome back. I still don't have an intro. If you watched my last video, you'll be happy to know I learned from my mistakes. I put the eggs in first and made the crust first, and then I made all new mistakes. This isn't a recipe I'm following, this is an experiment to create something new. In this video, I'll be making an apple custard pie and a turkey decoration for Thanksgiving. Let's get started. All right, half a cup of sugar, an entire box of graham crackers, and 2 sticks of butter, softened. Here I'm mixing the graham cracker and sugar together before I add the butter. I started hopeful that I could add the butter in with a spoon, but those dreams were quickly dashed. And I'm not sure why, but every recipe involving butter involves it being rubbed into powder. I did this for a few minutes and then I was finally done. The graham crackers smelled good. Graham crackers smell good. Told you. Then it was finally time to add the graham cracker mixture into the crust. It was a lot like playing with sand castles, actually, only this sand smelled way better than actual sand. I'll let past me describe what I'm doing. A little light layer to figure out the thickness before you press it down. After getting the bottom of the crust just right, the right thickness, started on the walls. Oh, and here's a little chunk of graham cracker that didn't get crushed. Put that aside. Making the walls was kind of fun, but you have to be careful that you put them at the right thickness around, which I didn't do, but it was close. And cook it at 375 for 6 minutes. That's ground lemon pepper. Boom, boom. 6 minutes. It's the apples. There's not a lot here except for me cutting up apples and then putting them on a pan. I cooked it at 350 for 45 minutes. The entire bag of apples, minus one that was bruised and one that was damaged, yielded about 3.5 cups of apple mush. I wonder if it would work with Jif's applesauce. For this recipe, I'm only using 2 cups of the apple mush. So the other 1.5 cups I'm using for another recipe that I'm making right now, but I'm going to be releasing in about a month. I took the roasted apples out of the oven and removed the skin with 2 forks, and I used a strainer that I used with the pumpkin pie and a Pyrex bowl to make my apple mush. There's several minutes of this, so I'm not going to force you to look at all of it, but it was tedious. The camera did that thing again where it flips around, but it'll eventually flip back because I recorded this in 2 separate sessions. According to Max Miller, one of those YouTube cooking guys, I'm not really sure, there is such a thing as baking apples. Since I have no idea what the hell he's talking about, I just got apples and hope for the best. I don't know if these are the right ones or not, but I guess we'll find out. 1.5 teaspoons allspice, 2 teaspoons ginger, 1 teaspoon cinnamon. Spices. Half a cup of sugar. Half a cup of molasses. I then added the 2 eggs and the 4 cups of milk. I added each cup of milk and then I stirred in between each addition to make it as smooth and mixed as possible. Then came the cooking part. It was double boiled in 2 inches of boiling water. I had my brother switch out the pan to the right one that I was using for this pie recipe. And I spent 27 minutes cooking the filling. I didn't know how long to cook it for. I've never done this before. I had no idea what it's supposed to look like. I just saw online that a custard's supposed to coat the spoon. I might have cooked it over more than I should have, but you know, it is what it is, I guess. Partly through cooking, some of the hot water was boiling over and burning my arms, so I had to turn down the heat. After cooking for the 27 minutes and basically guessing to see if it was done, I thought it was finally done, so I poured it into the pie pan. I let it cool on the stove for a little bit before I put it in the fridge overnight. For the turkey, you'll need brown black, yellow, red, white, brown, and black. You do what we did last time, only we're going to do this way. Alright, this is the hard part. You're going to want to try to draw a turkey, and it's not easy. So there are probably people better than me at drawing turkeys, I suppose. Make the leg a little wider. I don't know what a turkey leg looks like. Now, if you can't cut all the papers, you can cut them a few at a time, starting at the top. But if you can, definitely glue did not hold, apparently. That's not good. I had to re-glue several of the sheets back together because the glue didn't hold originally. I then glued all the body pieces together, being very careful not to include the tail, the head, and the legs. When doing the tail, it would be easier to trim every one of the pieces to the size of the piece that you're trimming. So for instance, when I do the yellow one, I should trim all the other ones the same length as the yellow and then go over. I didn't do that this time, but it would be a lot easier to do that. Here I'm just assembling the head. Same thing as the other one. You want to probably glue the back ends and of the other pieces up to the yellow one, and then do as I did in this video and adjust it as you go. If I made this again, I might have made the feet a little bit larger because they were very narrow and kind of hard to work with. The last step is trimming its nails, and then it's good to go. Doesn't look too bad. And here's the completed turkey. Gobble gobble. Happy Thanksgiving. Alright, time to make the whipped cream for the pie. I'm going to add some cinnamon because I'm a little extra. Oops, forgot the sugar. Alright, back to making whipped cream for the pie. I'm going to whip it up now that it has the cinnamon and the sugar in it. It took about a minute and a half. And I got stiff peaks. That's a good looking pie, huh? Perfect cut. Then throw some whipped cream on it and it's good to go. I shouldn't have used the molasses. I should have omitted that from the recipe. It's too strong of a flavor and it ended up, I think, overpowering it and became more like a pumpkin pie with a very slight apple aftertaste. It was still good. Everybody liked it. I tried it. It's just, I think the next time I made this, I would actually do no molasses and just 3/4 cup of sugar.